Good morning, my lovelies. Nice to see you. I am making this video and I am not holding it together with anything, so it's going to move like that with my hand. My kids, it drives them crazy. But I just got to get a quick one out here. Today is another day, 2026, February, and I am telling you something right now. I am good to go. Now, being who I am, Dr. Cindy Schreiber, hello. Today, my message for you is this: let go of the divide, let go of the anger, let go of the depression. This world has gotten heavy duty on all of us lately, and I just want you to know that all of these thoughts you have every day, they just waste time. I learned a long time ago that thoughts are useless. That when Here's an example: you hear a commercial and you don't even like the product, and then all of a sudden the commercial comes on and the product comes in your head and you're singing the words to some stupid commercial you don't even care about. Well, this is how thoughts are. They regurgitate. You can watch somebody and you can get so angry at what they're saying, especially like politics online. Then all of a sudden you get off and you're all angry at the other side. This has happened in my family for since 2016 in the politics. My daughter was for Trump and Russia. She was dating a Russian guy at the time. So I not only had Trump, I had the Russian agenda. And I have fought this. I have been up every morning when I used to watch Morning Joe every single morning and make my boyfriend watch it at 4 a.m. because I just knew he was going to jail, and everything would be okay once they put him in prison, the guy in prison, then we could get our country back. But that didn't happen. A lot of low things happened, and seething with anger over this, seething with anger over watching people and their stupidity and their ignorance of the Constitution. And I just, I have a lot of theories about it, and I could go on forever how these cell phones and people on them all the time and distracted and not reading books, not having even time to process because everything's in sound bites and short little blips of energy. And I end up talking to 20-year-olds. I talked to this one kid, Dylan, and he's like black, and he's like, I'm all for Trump. I am just Trump, Trump, Trump. Everything Trump. Yeah, we're for Trump. And you know what? This guy, his mother lives on welfare. He doesn't have a job. He likes to gamble and drink. And he's like, yeah, yeah, Trump. It's all for Trump. And you know what? I'm thinking, you are nuts. Okay. You are a black man. And Trump is abusing blacks, abusing minorities, abusing everybody. And you're so stupid. Your mother didn't even teach you anything when you were a kid. And I find out stuff about his mother that she's just an angry little woman. And I think, how many other people are like that in the US? They just grabbed onto the Trump agenda and said, yeah, it's all the government's fault. It's the federal government's fault, blah, blah. And I watch them. And I watch these people, my daughter doing all this stuff for Trump, leaving their lives, leaving their homes, leaving their kids, leaving their livelihoods. And you know what the payback is? They're broke. They've got used. They're his sound bites. But he's off being rich and getting ready to croak out as a demented child sexual rapist, and now it could even be murderer of a child when the tapes got out, and all of this crazy, stupid stuff. And I thought my daughter, of all the people on earth, was smarter than that. She was just a midline Republican, but she got in with people with money, and she started thinking that people with money were better, and Republicans are better, and they're smarter, and they have all the fancy homes, and they have all the great jobs. But just as many Democrats do have it, but they did not cheat. The Dems didn't cheat. And yeah, there's some corruption in the Democratic Party, but nothing on the level of this monster in there now. But anyways, how do I make peace with my daughter who is in with him hook, line, and sinker? All you can do is give them your good energy, speak the truth as you know it, but just lay off because these people are broken and they are addicts, they're alcoholics, they're womenizers, and they're having one big party for one, most of them. And they see this guy and they're like, yeah, we want the Dubai jets. Yeah, we want the big parties. Yeah, we don't need a lot of immigration. We're white. We deserve it. And it's called white power and it's called KKK power. KKK. I have not talked to my daughter, really had a serious conversation beyond 2 or 3 sentences for the last 2 years. And now that I'm here in the midst of it at her home, after my boyfriend passed away, and I'm here dealing with the crisis of their relationship, her and her proud boy that she went and hooked up with because they have the same values. And watching her deteriorate is the most painful thing. And you can't save her. That's what I told her. It's like a house going over a river coming to a dam and just watching it float by. I love my family. I love my kids. I love my nation. But there's nearly half of this nation are so narcissistic and selfish. They've just become very me, me, me. And it's like we never had a civil war. It's like we never got our rights and the rights of women taken by this bastard, Trump. Just a bastard. That's all I can say. Anyways, the only way I'll ever be able to get along with my daughter is she'll end up going to rehab. She'll break up with this guy. She'll come humbly walking back when she has nothing. This has happened many times in her family. And it's just sad. It's a tragedy that the woman who raised her, that worked 2, 3 jobs and went to college, because I'm a feminist. Yes, I am. And I look and see and tell the truth, that she would do the opposite. And when she was a little girl and she lied to me, I told her I hate liars. I just hate liars more than anything. So what does she do? Hook up with the biggest liar on the planet and try to cause a civil war. Is that going to get to me? No, because I'm used to her. I'm used to all these people. But it just breaks my heart that she's going to die a hater. She hates half the nation, or more than half of us. She hates the world. She hates me. She hates her life. So she has to die a hater unless she... I don't know how you get somebody out of a cult. I don't know how. She thinks this guy's all of everything, but she talks to him like he's dirt, her proud boy. And, he's on just drug binges. And it's just, I sit here and watch all this, and all I can do is get myself to working at age 70, get my business going, and leave her by the wayside. And many of you people have family members like that, and you have to leave them. I was brought into this house because my boyfriend passed away, and I was brought into the darkest situation you would ever want to see. These people that went with him, they're not living happy, wealthy lives at all. They're broken. They're broken down, man. This man broke them. And my daughter and I have always been thick as thieves, close, wonderful people. But she was always embarrassed that we didn't have money and that we were struggling and her dad wasn't around. So she created this fake life, put on this mask. And she's not that. She's not anything to do with what she presents to the world. She's a beautiful lady underneath all the makeup. She's got a good heart, but she hasn't been using it. She hasn't been doing anything good with her life the last few years. So all I can do is pray for her and move on and give her back the good chi energy when she wants it. I love you all. And this is for anybody who struggles, who's been rejected by their family. Don't let dark energy get you down. Don't let Satan win in your home. When these guys are being misbehaved, because that's all they are, they're adults that as children needed more discipline. I know my daughter did. I let her get away with a lot. But there's nothing you can do once they're adults. You just have to back off a little bit and go your own way. So that's what I'm doing. I love you. We'll be doing relaxation exercises. You can talk. You can leave your comments all you want. Because I know that I'm 70, okay, and I'm a baby boomer, but there's a million of us around. I know that. And we're not ready to just jump off a cliff. Okay, a lot of us still are just beginning, and that's me, just beginning with my profession. Okay, my boyfriend just passed, so I was with him 10 years taking care of him with his cirrhosis of the liver. And at the last 2 years, it was nothing but slave labor, him and I, until he passed and took that last breath, and he did not want to pass. Boomers don't, but he did. And I knew once that band-aid was stripped off of me, had taken care of him, that I was going to face the real pain. And here it is, my daughter, right over here in West Hollywood, California. But you know what? I needed to face her after years and years of lies between us. I had to look and see and tell the truth of who I am and where I'm going in my life. And I finally like myself. And now I can see the whole thing so clearly. I'd always put her on a pedestal and said, well, at least she's not like her brother or the addict. At least she's going for her life. At least she's a strong, assertive woman. And she was. Okay, she used to be. But you see, you get with Trump, and then you get with the alcohol, whatever goes with him, and those parties. You start becoming very, very hate-filled and bitter. And that's what's happened here. The more love that I expand with, the more bitterness I get from that end of it. But that's just mean girls, angry. And she will come back around because she loves her mother. She loves her family. This guy, he's just a part of it. He's just a part of her men. And you don't worry about it because it's not anything that's serious. I love you all. And I'm here, 2025, looking and seeing and telling the truth. And I love God, so I won't say the goddamn truth. But I want to say it. I love you. Always be real, people. Mwah.